Hey y'all! Welcome to our podcast, The Pretty Ugly Struggle, hosted by Conni Luv and B. Each week, sit with us as we discuss viral topics, raising kids, relationships, running businesses, and trying to look good while doing it. The mother effing struggle is real. Hey. Welcome back to another. Yes, because you touched red a long time.
Hold on. Is it recording now?
No, green means no.
Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3.
Hey. It's your girl, B. Hall.
And I'm your girl, Conni Luv.
And welcome back to another week of The Pretty Ugly Struggle. Today we're joined by our beautiful guest, Miss Timber. Oh, you have a new last name.
I know.
Oh my God! Congratulations.
You can't even pronounce this bitch name.
I want her to pronounce it. That's why I was like, lift it up to her.
What's
Can
your
you tell
name?
us your new name?
Alamudi.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Bitch, that ain't how you say it.
How's it going?
You know what? This is my second time being married.
Okay.
So this time around, it feels like a real marriage.
Okay.
It's like, there's not as many challenges as I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
And there are a lot more rewards. Every marriage has challenges that you have to overcome just growing together, but it's been really rewarding. Like, I think the biggest thing for me in this relationship period out of all the other relationships is the consistency that my husband has given from the first day that he started pursuing me until, today, he's been the same exact person. He's loved me the same exact way.
Can I ask?
Wait, hold on, before y'all didn't jump into it.
Because I'm ready.
And I ain't even got to introduce who she is.
Well, we kind of did.
We just said her name is Timber.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Watch
dang. Let me tell y'all something. Our guest today, is somebody that is near and dear to my heart. This is really my sister, for real. This is my best friend. We've been friends since we were in the 6th grade. I used to fight for her. She used to fight for me. We've done everything together, judged each other, and had each other's back through the good and the bad.
How long have you guys been friends?
Since the 6th grade.
Oh,
seriously.
6th grade.
In Hanley Middle School. Whatever your age you are in the 6th grade,
yeah,
we've been friends. So this is truly my best friend.
Funky Tail.
You know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure we introduce her
properly.
Amen. And again, my friend, and she's married. She's just newly married, a newlywed, and we just wanted to have a guest on to just give another.
Because we kind of talk about marriage this episode too, so we thought it'd be good to have another married person since neither one of us are married.
Because this bitch divorced and I'm divorced. So what we know? We don't know shit. Let's see the bitch.
We have some opinions though.
So we're gonna just jump into there. So again, I'm introducing my friend, my girl, Timber Raquel Alamudi.
There's thank you.
Hey.
Okay.
Welcome, ma'am.
So welcome. So let's get into it now. So again, back to what you were asking, B. Hall.
I forgot.
You were asking her, what makes this marriage different? Because you have been married before.
What was the time before between that divorce and this marriage? That's what I was wondering.
My youngest son is 13, and honestly, with that marriage, I found out that he was cheating when I was pregnant.
Oh.
And I found out that he had got another woman pregnant.
Girl, now wait a god dang minute.
While I was pregnant.
Wow.
But honestly, that was devastating, but the marriage was really kind of
already in shambles.
To me, he was abusive, and he had he suffers from alcoholism. I guess that's a real, addiction or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
it is a real addiction.
100%.
Yeah, you've told me even. So I the marriage it was like a Lifetime movie. Any Lifetime movie that you can pluck,
that was
it was that. It started off great. This is somebody that I've known since I was probably 10.
Oh wow!
Our families are very close.
Is that why you guys
went to church together?
We went to church together. My one of my aunts is his godmother. I'm very close to his mother still, and so that it was just, I thought it was going to be like a happily ever after.
But hold on, I hate to interrupt, but we're not gonna spend too much time on the old guy.
Yeah.
We only gonna focus on that new guy. I feel like it would be disrespectful to my brother-in-law to give him too much motherfucking time.
Too much.
So just know she grew up with that nigga.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry, I digress.
But it was like, I'll say from the time that we separated and divorced, it's, I'll say 13 years. I'll claim it from when I said, you know what? Okay, when I found out she was pregnant.
And this time you did it right.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
I did it rushed this time.
But I'm not, time wise, it still seems like it's right so far.
It is.
You seem very happy.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I really am. I have a good, it feels like a real marriage. Like the first time felt like just some, I don't know what it felt like.
But hold on, I hate to interrupt, but do you blame that a little bit on age? Because both of y'all were married kind of young.
Very young.
Yeah.
So, like, do you blame some of that on age? Because
yes, I do.
I was married at 30. Bitch, I wasn't.
I was married at 18, divorced at 21.
And you were?
I got married at, right when I turned 21.
And then divorced at, separated.
The marriage separated
was over.
Probably 3.5 years after we got married.
Okay, so about 24.
Yeah.
So do you think, as a woman that's married now, that your marriage is different? Like, as a woman, like, just even what you contribute to the marriage, is it different from when you were a kid?
No, I think that because you know me, you know what my intentions were and how I value my level of success is based off of how well I am a mother, how well I am a wife, because I always feel like I've always been a wife. Like, you know, just to be clear, I've always had that desire to be a wife. Mm-hmm. But you have to marry somebody. Two people have to want to be married, because marriage is work. You know, you get out what you put in. And
is it sometimes easy work versus hard work?
When you are in love, like my husband is in love with me. I'm a brat, and my husband spoils me. He does. He really, really does. And you have to, like, I know that he's in love with me. And I have never, my ex-husband, he wasn't in love with me. Okay. He loved me because he knew me for a long time. And
he had love for you. And yeah. But was it different in deep love? Yeah,
because I wasn't in love with him either. Okay. I was just ready to be married.
Okay.
And he was the third person.
At least that's honest. That's honest.
He was the third person to ask, and he had the best ring. And I know that sounds fucked up.
You so fucked. Who says that? Oh, bitch, hold on.
Yeah, the best ring. What you wanted to do?
The best ring?
At that time, yeah.
Can we see the ring right now?
Girl, that ring has been pawned.
No.
It's gone.
I mean the present husband's ring.
Yeah, like, that's crazy.
Well,
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
But I think just my opinion, because I got married my first time at 30. I didn't have the desire to be married at 19, 24, none of that shit, because, bitch, I was hot in these streets. I was out here doing my thing. So I didn't want to be married. I think you and I talked about that several times. Like, she was ready to be a wife and a mama and shit. And I'm like, bitch, why? Mm-hmm. You know, like, just everything just out there. I didn't agree with her getting married the first time, and it actually fucked up our friendship for a long period of time, because I didn't support
at least the first
year.
Yeah, we didn't talk.
We didn't talk for the first year because I didn't support the marriage.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's like, no, you're my friend, and I'm an overprotective friend, and I was like, bitch, why the fuck are you marrying him? Like,
well, let me tell you a funny story about that.
No, I don't want to go into details. But
no, I'm not going to go into details. But, like, when the bottom fell out, of course, like, I had, like, at this point, I can't talk to, like, my parents or whatever, because they were like, you need to, you know, I know you grew up with him, but you don't really know him now as an adult. Or whatever. He was
and I said that to you, too.
You did. And I hate when this bitch is
right. Wait, he was military?
Yeah.
Enough said. Okay.
Her husband was military, too.
I know. Okay. I remember. Because he's Navy, right?
No, Army.
Okay, so my... Okay, well...
And I'm in the Army. So hold on. Sidebar. These bitches married niggas young in the Army. I joined the Army when I was 17 years old. Mm-hmm. So hold on. So if I have an opinion and say, that shit ain't what it is, don't take it as me hating. Don't take it as me being negative. Don't take it as me being unsupportive. Bitch, I got experience.
But my thing with that situation with us was I had already married the nigga at that point. So you can't be unsupportive. So rock with me.
Rock with your girl.
She was so unsupportive that she went to him and was like, listen, I think you should get an annulment. That's why we stopped fucking talking. That's why we stopped talking.
Shit.
No, I didn't mean to go there, but that's why.
Okay. That's some honesty, right?
But you know what? But when the bottom fell out, though, she was the first person and the only person that I could call. And I'm talking about, I called her. It was probably every week that I cried. And she was like, bitch, I'm sending you a plane ticket. But she said, I told you so before she sent it and booked it. Yeah. But she booked it and, got me out of the situation and was probably, one of the, just my best friends, my sister. Absolutely. And it was like, we hadn't talked for a while. And I don't even know how we started talking.
You called me. I was overseas.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I was overseas, and you called me, and I think you either emailed me or some shit, and it was just like, we need to talk. And we talked, and I think we stayed on the phone for like 2 hours.
We was on the phone for 2 days.
Yeah, like just updating. Like, bitch, I've been through this. And bitch,
this is what's going on.
And this and this and
this.
And then it was like, okay, well, bitch, I don't like your situation. So
let's get you out of that.
Let's get you out of it. And it was that easy. And that's how it went. But
So now, present day, we are happily married.
We are happily married.
To the love of your life.
Yes, he is.
Do you guys have a prenup?
What? Unless he got a dowry, which let me get off of this.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, wait, let me just say this real quick. She is married to a person that is non-black, okay? So what is his nationality?
He's not a nigga.
Constance?
He's not a
he's
not a black man.
He's Arabic.
And I like bitches to be married to black bitches to be married to black men.
Well, he identifies as black because his family. Okay, his parents are originally from Yemen and Saudi Arabia,
which is Middle Eastern country.
They're Middle Eastern, and they migrated to Ethiopia. So his parents grew up in Ethiopia. Their parents moved.
What part of Africa is that? It's like
Eritrea.
Which is most of you will know that place as the same place Nipsey Hussle was from. Yeah. If you know Nipsey Hussle and he talks about his past, it's Eritrea. It's a small little country on I don't want to say the Horn of Africa. It's on like the left. What's the left? Is the left the south? I don't know.
Don't give me the line.
South, east. Okay, it's like on the east side of Africa, and it's very small, and it's very close to the Middle East, but it is an African country. Yeah.
Okay. And, so is that why he identifies as black?
But it has a Middle Eastern continent,
Now he looked. I didn't know what exactly he was when I met him.
How did you meet him?
At work. We worked together. Which has been very fun. Actually, it's not been challenging for us at all. But
I don't want to work with my nigga. I need a break
hate it.
I don't want to work with you. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. My friend Yansa, she says that is from Eritrea is still black culture. So he can claim black, even though he ain't originally from Eritrea. Because I look at him like, nigga, you Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
You know
he speaks fluent Arabic.
Yeah.
Oh, does he really? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And he's Arabic. Like he practices
the religion?
He's a Muslim. He's Muslim. He's Islam. He practices the Islam religion. He identifies as an Islamic man.
Yeah, he's Muslim.
From Yemen, which is
really most of their family. Well,
Saudi Arabia.
He takes from his dad's side, which is Saudi Arabia. Yeah, his mother's parents are from Yemen.
So have you learned any of that language?
Yeah, I'm learning.
That's really cool. And what about the Muslim? Were you born Christian?
Yeah,
were you raised Christian?
I'm Christian. Okay. I'm still Christian. And
what denomination?
Just
Baptist.
Just regular Christian. But I'm considering converting, or as his father says, reverting. But I want to understand, like, I'm in the process of learning Arabic, and I refuse to revert or convert over to a different religion without understanding the prayers and things like that. But it's important, and I know for me, I feel like being equally yoked or evenly yoked or whatever is a part of having the same religion. You know, but my religion doesn't conflict with his at all, because the Bible is pretty similar to, you know.
When you talk about the Islam religion, you have to understand that Muhammad followed Jesus Christ. He followed Jesus Christ, and he picked up a lot of the practices of Jesus. The biggest difference is that they think that Jesus Christ was still just man. They don't think that he was a son of God. So they still believe that he was a prophet that was blessed, that above other prophets. So he would be the man, in other words.
He's highly spoken.
Yeah, so he's very well spoken of, but they don't look at him like, oh, he's the savior, and the only way to get to God is through Jesus Christ. So that's the biggest difference between the Christian religion and the Muslim religion. Yeah. So it's not a lot, because they call it, the Islam faith calls Christianity the sister religion, if I'm correct. So it's not like the religious factor is not a big difference. I don't think.
No,
I think it's the cultural factor.
Going through God is, you have a direct, like, your prayers go. You don't have to go through. You don't have to say that Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins, because honestly, all of that. If when he was crucified and all those things, that was for a specific set of people. And I think those were Jewish people, right? So, and it wasn't
people don't know that Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah.
So let's put that.
I don't want to get all into religion, because I don't.
Oh, y'all already did. Y'all already did.
I don't like bring it on that.
Okay, so bring it on back. So what I was saying is, if you guys had a prenup or not, because we were talking about Dr. Dre and his wife, who apparently they did have a prenup, but no matter what, she trying to go against that prenup and request $2 million per month. From that man that she was married to since 1996, I believe. What's your take on prenups, first off?
Prenups, I'm not against it, because if you're marrying a person for the right reasons, then you shouldn't have an issue with. If you going into a marriage and I have $5 and you have $5 billion, I might need to sign a prenup just to make sure that it's a for sure thing. But I feel like there should be contingencies to prenups. If I married you for 20 years, bitch, I done put my time in.
I put my time in. What do you deserve at that point?
I don't know if $2 million a month is excessive. It seems excessive, but what is that entailing? What is that including?
Okay, so first, can we give why Dr. Dre's wife, what's her name? Let's give her a name instead of Dr. Dre's wife. I know that she has a different identity.
Her name is Nicole.
Okay, can we give why?
And they have 3 adult children.
Okay, can we give why Nicole feels like she needs $2 million?
I'll break down, because I feel like I feel like it was $2 million does seem like a lot to a person that has never even seen $1 million, aka me.
Bitch, all of us.
So when they broke it down even further, I was like, when they itemized it, I was like, oh gosh. Okay, so let me break it down.
So enlighten us.
So laundry and cleaning is $10,000 per month is what she feels like she needs. Clothes.
Hold on. Okay. Let me tell you something, bitch. Let me tell you something. Holla.
You washing everything in the
bitch,
house.
There's no way. I don't give a fuck what you got. Hold on, I got real ghetto. I don't give a fuck what you got. But that's the Atlanta. Hold on, I don't give a fuck what you got that you don't need $10,000 a month.
Okay, let me keep going. Cut it out.
To do laundry.
Clothes.
But go ahead.
$135,000.
You don't need no clothes. $135,000. Bitch, you better take your ass to Fashion Nova like the rest of these bitches.
I won't degrade her to Fashion Nova, but let's keep going. Education, tuition, and living expenses, $60,000 per month. Entertain.
Hold on, who needs to be educated? Bitch, you 65. What the fuck do you need to learn
I'm guessing,
55 years old?
Let me say this. She does have adult children, but I'm guessing they're in college.
Okay, no.
They have adult children, but I'm guessing they're college age.
So, hold on. First of all, I don't know.
Okay, let me keep going. Entertainment, $900,000
Use a lie
per month. Charitable contributions, $125,000 per month.
Fuck you.
Mortgage, $100,000 per month.
Okay, I'm with that. Bitch, pay
telephone, cell phone, email, an extra $20,000 per month. In all, that is $1,936,399,000.
My calculator said, bitch, you crazy.
Say it again, cuz.
It said,
Say
bitch,
it
you
again,
crazy.
sis.
My
Bitch, you
calculator said,
crazy.
bitch, you crazy. Error.
No, it's bitch, you got me fucked up.
That's
Okay,
a
so
lot.
let me also add that Dr. Dre is worth $800 million. And this would equal up to $24 million per year if that's what the judge grants her. Also, they were married since 1996.
I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so for me, a lot of that, I'm so glad that you have an itemized list because I was wondering what the fuck does $2 million cover for a month? In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if he left her with a home, vehicles, okay, we need the mortgage because you need to keep the same quality of life. No, I don't have to live exactly as lavishly as you did, but what I've been accustomed to, which is our home, if you left that to me, pay all the utilities, pay the mortgage. If we have
cost
cars,
of living needs to be covered
all of that.
as
But
far
like
as,
laundry, no.
I'm not paying your laundry.
Yeah, your clothing, no. Your tuition, yes. Okay, that shouldn't even be factored in your monthly spousal support.
But only reason why it was because their kids are adult. They're over 18.
So she wants.
So
to
that's
continue.
why, and it's not you can't get child support anymore. So that's why she did it.
Well,
But
they
I
should
thought
still want
like
to do
they,
that for children
I
anyway.
correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I thought all their kids were like over college age. Like
You can
at
never
the
stop going to
24s and 25s and shit like that. Okay, well, I'll tell you this. I don't give a fuck when Davion or Kalia hits
Continued education.
25 fucking years old, bitch, you got to do it on your
gotta pay
own.
for it
I'm not
yourself.
paying for your education after 25.
Even if you have $800 million,
I don't give a fuck.
you're not going to pay
It's
your.
my $800 million.
But I'm saying you're not going to pay
No.
for it. Why not?
Because I earned that. And if I pay for everything for you,
But he wants to get to that level to where he's making $800 million. So why not pay
first
for
of
his
all,
education?
education doesn't make you make $800 million.
I'm not
a
saying it
month.
does.
So let me tell you something. If you believe that if you, after you graduate college, you're going to be able to get to this status, you don't need my 800. You don't need me to pay for college. You can pay for that shit when you graduate and you get that job that pays you $1 million a year. Pay your fucking student loans off yourself.
I would have to strongly disagree. I would definitely, if I had $800 million, pay for my child to finish college and further it in any way she wants to.
And I guess that's where we differ because I
Yeah.
feel like, I'm here for a head start. I'm not here to cater.
That's a head start.
I'm
though.
your
is.
education. First of all, no education. You should have been working in high school to where you can educate.
That's the difference between being wealthy and being raised in like a.
So just because you're wealthy, you feel like that you should be able to.
I would think you should have a trust fund, and I think you should pay for college. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
would.
I'm sure he has a trust fund that pays for college that doesn't go to her account.
Okay, so that's two different things. So
Okay, so you're talking about a trust fund which goes to the children.
No, I'm saying like
we're talking about her $2 million.
continued education. Would you pay for your
Continued
child?
education?
Continued education.
I would give them a cutoff age.
But so you would pay for the 4 years. What if they want to be a doctor and they want to go 8?
You need to earn some scholarships. Let me tell you something, and this is me being real, like for real, because we like to put more emphasis on it. The more a person makes, you like to say, "Oh, you should do this because you make more money." No,
It's more of a like for me. Why not? That's
okay, but because the more money I make, the more expenses I get.
Mm-hmm.
So when you make $1 million a year, you go buy $1 million home. When you make $100,000 a year,
Not if you're smart.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, let's talk about the seriousness of the bigger your tax bracket, the more your debt. You have more debt. The bigger the tax bracket, the more debt you have. So with me saying that, I'm saying it as an effect of, okay, whatever. Like, I'm at a point in my life where, hold on, let's break it down to the lower level. For myself, I joined the military when I was 17 years old, which gives me the benefit of having 48 months of free education. I don't give a fuck what college I go to, their army is going to pay for it, right? So guess what I did with that when I joined at 17 years old? I went to college and I got a degree. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't leave me very much money for my children, right? That leaves me actually 14 months for my son and my daughter to split. I gave the first 12 months to my son. He split, he did that. His first year of college, he used his 12 months of benefits. Now we're working on his second year of college. Now he's ran out of benefits. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now it's like, okay, I sacrificed. I did what I had to do. I got my education, helped you get some of yours. So now what are you going to do to contribute to yours? Regardless of what I sacrificed to make sure you were able to contribute, so I could contribute to your education. What are you going to do to contribute to your education? Now, I'm 100% disabled from the military, so therefore my son gets another stipend. He gets $1,200 a month. You can either get you some fucking scholarships to where your tuition is paid for by your scholarships, or this $1,200 a month is going towards your tuition. I would say if you were smart,
$800 million.
but when you have 800 million, first of all, you're talking about monetary amount. Think logically.
That's all we're talking about is monetary amount.
$800 million is his net worth.
Okay.
It's not his income.
Okay.
Net worth is versus
Absolutely.
income is very different.
Absolutely.
So
we're going to take it down to what?
So your net, I don't know what his is.
We'll say 500.
So no, let's talk about if you have $800 million worth of net worth income, what do you have debt? What does it cost to run $100 million income, $100 million income company? So what is your debt to income ratio? So you got to think bigger than, his net worth is worth $800 million. What is his debt?
I guarantee you that Dr. Dre can pay for his kids' continued education.
And I'm sure he has already accounted for that.
Okay.
I'm sure he's already accounted for that. Let's not
go on.
Let's not talk about that.
We'll agree to that.
Let's talk about what the expenses that she has. Laundry. Bitch, you got me fucked up. If you don't go to the laundromat, you got me fucked up. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Wait. You gonna send it to the laundromat?
Bitch, I don't give a fuck where you go. You don't need $10,000. Like, you don't need. I don't give a fuck. If
I just say Conni Luv is on one today?
No,
$10,000 is excessive for laundry, but with the spousal support,
you need $10,000.
Bitch, I don't need $100.
Bitch, if I have a garment that costs $10,000, it don't cost $10,000 to go get that motherfucker at the cleaners. I'm still taking that bitch.
You know what? I was stuck on $135,000 a month for clothes. Every month you're spending $135,000 on clothes alone.
Yeah,
$1 million for entertainment.
For me, with the whole spousal support, I understand
How you feel about that?
The quality of life, like, maintaining, right? But laundry, your clothing expense, those are not my responsibilities. Whether it was me as a wife and I had a husband, I just don't. We're so one-sided when it comes to that, because I don't feel like a man is a man if you want me to take care of your life, quality of life. But just to be fair, we got to look at it that way. If I'm paying for my husband's ex whatever,
you're paying physically.
No, I'm saying, like, if the shoe were on the other foot, if I had to pay spousal support, because it goes off of your income, right?
Right.
So if I'm paying spousal support, I'm not paying for your laundry. I'm not paying for your clothes. If I have to take care of the home.
But you were paying for it before. You said quality of life, and you should match it. And before, my clothes were being taken care of at the cleaners.
Well, bitch, you decided to walk away.
Yeah. But you just said
no. So quality of life is maintaining the household, not what you wear and shit. Like, okay, this is a good
I'm gonna pay the bills.
Like, you don't get to live how I live, and I think we had a conversation like this. If I have a fucking private island and I have a private jet, bitch, you don't get a private jet and a private island.
Okay.
But you get this house that I've left you, and I will take care of the expense of your living. I'll continue to pay the mortgage, the homeowners, all of that shit to keep you where you were.
My cars, if they're not paying
all of
off.
that shit.
What do you think, Bridget? Like, what do you think?
I'm agreeing so far with that.
Okay, so you feel like a man should pay for what? Like, after the divorce, what is he responsible for?
I don't feel like he should have to take care of my clothing expenses and things like that. But yeah, I want that house. I want that car paid for. I want the insurance. I want life insurance. I want health insurance.
So you think he's responsible for your life insurance?
Yeah.
After y'all, why?
Because I've been here for 20 years and I haven't worked because he didn't want me to.
So when you work at a job for 20 years, guess what? And you retire?
You still get it. You get it.
You have to. No. You have to.
You get a pension?
You have to pay though for your health insurance.
He was paying for it.
Hold on. You get a pension, but you're still responsible for paying for those things.
Actually,
So
you
if
get
he's
a
gonna
certain
give you
amount
a
of time.
monetary-
Like some jobs will give you a year, they'll pay for it. 6
So would
months.
you be okay with him paying for your life insurance for 2 years? So you know.
Also, let me say this too: when you do get spousal support, it's not for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It is a
No,
amount. It's
no,
amount of time.
spousal
get
support is based off of how long you were married. That's how long you get it.
No, you
And
don't. Not for 20 years.
So my
Maybe
mother,
military.
So my mother was, and military is like that.
Yeah.
So in the military, if you are married to a person for over 10 years of their career, you are entitled to spousal
pension,
support,
yeah.
which is 50% of their pension for the
That's
as
not
long
the
as they are,
regular
as long
civilian,
as they
though.
are alive. My mother was married to a regular man, and she was entitled to spousal support. It was for 10 years. After 10 years, it's
How long
up
were they
for-
married?
They were married for 7 years.
Okay.
Then after 10 years, it's up for review.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think
again, it's not the rest
also
of your
dependent-
life.
So again, it's also dependent on your state. So it's not based
Yeah.
off of just it's dependent on your state, just the same way child support is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like whether it's for 5, well, I guess, basically, I guess I will agree with if it's for a certain amount of time.
It's for a certain amount of time, for sure.
Dependent on your state.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm in Texas, so it was definitely dependent on a certain amount of time. And I
what time frame
declined.
is it in Texas?
Depending on how long you were married.
So what did you decline?
I declined spousal support because we were only married for a short amount of time to me, and I didn't want to take any of his money. I just wanted him to take care of his child, and I declined spousal support. And he was military.
I thought most states that I understand are until you're remarried.
Yeah, that is a lot of states.
I can be divorced for fucking ever. And bitch, you responsible until I say I'm gonna say I do again.
That is some states.
Yeah, I can almost like
Check your states, y'all.
Yeah, so I think that you need to. I'll say this.
I guess as far as the round table goes, we all agree that this is excessive.
Yeah.
$2 million is excessive. And do you agree that a woman deserves spousal support at all? Break it on down. Hey, break it
I'll
on
say
down.
this. I have mixed feelings about it, so I'm not gonna say that I agree or disagree because that would make me have to pick a side. I think that in any situation, the variables have to be contributed, to that situation. I don't give a fuck about the monetary amount for. Excuse my language. I don't care about the monetary
Did she
amount.
just say excuse her language for the first time?
I don't care.
Keep the cameras rolling.
I don't care about the monetary amount. I think I think all laws should be the same, regardless if I make $1 million a year or if I make $100,000 a year. If the state says I got to pay 35% of my income to spousal support, then it should be the same across the board. That's the one thing that I do think should be.
When you say across the board, do you mean?
If I make $1 million, it should be
35%. It's percentage. Yeah.
If I make 100,000, it should be 35%.
Yeah.
That's what I do think.
Okay.
Now, as far as is everybody entitled to it, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be very vulnerable and honest and say I don't know. Like I don't know. I think that spousal support is, to me, a form of aid.
Mm-hmm.
And as a woman, because of the type of woman I am, I can say that I ain't been with no man for 20 years, and bitch, I ain't put shit up. Bitch, I ain't invested nothing. I ain't good without you. That's just me. So with the type of woman I am, I'm looking at another bitch like, you ain't do nothing.
You ain't do nothing.
I'm all judgmental and shit like, bitch, you broke.
Yeah, I think about 10 years ago, there was another
You ain't
situation
good?
like this to where a wife and everybody was like, the same situation. Excuse me. Oh. And they
Girl,
were
stop.
saying, and women, pardon me. Silly me. Disgusting. And they were saying the same thing, like, you haven't started a business of your own, you haven't put nothing up for yourself. I'm pretty sure she has. Let's be real.
Do you think every woman does?
I didn't work when I was married.
I didn't work either, but he wasn't a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Hold on. Okay. This
But
is
even you don't. I don't
go
know.
ahead, because I have something to say after this, so I want you to go ahead.
Because you are a very strong person, and you been pretty self-reliant your whole life, and I'm more of a damsel in distress sometimes with certain things. And in my marriage, I took comfort in like not you know what, I didn't work because he was abusive. So you know, when I was working, I got questions of, okay, you can't keep coming, because I was a banker. You can't come to work and talk to customers with a, you know, black eye or whatever. So I stopped working, and he never, you know, but anyways, I didn't have anything to contribute. And when I left that marriage, I didn't have anything. I didn't have my car that I left Texas with or anything. I had to completely start over. And while you're in that situation, especially if you feel like it's probably going to last for a while, or even if you don't just stockpile. Some women don't think like that. I didn't think like that.
I'm going to say this. I was married to just a regular military man, and we were super fucking young, so he wasn't making nothing, and I didn't work because I wanted to stay home and raise our child. We both wanted me to stay home and raise our child, so for the 3 years I didn't work. But I also knew what type of man I was marrying, to be honest. Even at 18, I knew that he wasn't that abusive. He was that type of person, like, no matter what, like, he loved me to my core. No matter what happened in our marriage, he loved me to my core, and he would never want to see me doing bad. I won't say that. So even when we divorced, I didn't ask for nothing besides child support, and he was like, I'm putting myself on child support type shit. And I was like, okay, well, just keep paying for my car, and I'm cool. And he was like, okay. And that was pretty much it. It was very amicable. I think I said it right.
So the thing to me is that it shouldn't be based off of the amount a person makes.
Well, you said percentage, so that covers that.
It should be based off the percentage, regardless of what you make, what your annual salary is, because with new levels come new devils. You get what I'm saying? So, and I say that meaning that if you make, the more money you make, the more debt you accumulate.
Yeah.
So if I'm a man that makes $1 million a year, I'm probably living the life of a person that makes $500,000 a year. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, now I have more debt, and and then paying you every month is another debt that I have accumulated, plus the type of debt
it's cheaper to keep, ain't that what they say?
Is what they say. So I just feel like we are lenient on the men who make $50,000 a year. We're lenient. We're like, he can't make that much money.
Yeah.
But we feel like a man that makes more money should pay more, which is crazy when you think about it, because a man that makes more money has a higher debt. So it shouldn't be based off the amount of money you make. It should be based off that percentage, no matter what. That's what I think is fair. As far as is a woman entitled to spousal support after 2 years? I don't think you are.
Yeah.
After 5 years, I still don't think you are. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's facts. I'm not saying that what I say is golden. I'm just saying my opinion. In my opinion, 20 years is a lot. Bitch, I can retire from a fucking 20-year job. You retire from the military with full pension and benefits and health care and at a cheaper amount at 20 years.
Yes,
so
sir.
I want my people... So as a woman, if I've dedicated 20 years of my life to supporting you, guiding you, to raising our children, doing those things, yeah, I would prefer to be compensated. But I just don't feel like we as women should look at spousal support as a source of income. So when I'm in a marriage...
Not even for those 3 years that I'm going to receive it.
Nope. So when I'm in a marriage that...
If she makes $24 million for 3 years, I mean, she's set for life. If a judge grants her this,
but
she's set for life.
But obviously, she's talking about this bitch talking about. Excuse me, this lady is talking about she deserves $2 million a month. Bitch, that's $24 fucking million a month.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know the shit I can do?
Month.
Do you know what I could do with $24
That's
million
a year.
month?
That's a year. $24 million a year.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. For 3 years, she's set for life.
Year.
Honestly, she needs to make do, and that's it.
And that's it. So I feel like we as women have to stop, because even in the military, and we're talking about, let's take the monetary amount, because we're talking about military where the average person makes, even when he makes it to the peak of his career, he's making $75,000 a year, right? So that's average. So if a woman stays married to a man for 10 years, she's entitled to half of his pension. So when I retire and I make $8,000 a month, I got to pay you for, even if it's a man. If I'm married to my husband for 10 years, whether it was happy, good, sad, or bad, if I retire and I was married to him for 10 years, he is entitled to 50% of my pension. My pension may be, like, I'll just be realistic. Like, my pension is like $6,000 a month. If my pension, he gonna get $3,000.
So you getting 3, he getting 3.
He getting 3 for the rest of his life.
No matter if he remarries or anything.
No, when he remarries, it goes away.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's like,
And that's not fair to you. That's not fair.
As a woman, am I responsible for, as a person, not even as a woman or a man, am I responsible for your standard of living after we dissolve this marriage? Like, do you really feel like a man or the person you were with is responsible for your standard of living after y'all dissolve the marriage?
Yes.
Why? Tell me why.
Because we have been married this whole time. I have not worked this whole time. I've supported you this whole time. I have been your wife, the mother to your children this whole time. Yes. Not for the rest of my life. That's military stuff, and that's different. But no, I don't think I deserve it for the rest of my life.
What do you think you deserve it as?
If I'm married for 20, I'll go for 5. Give me 5 solid. Give me 5.
Okay, so
At 30%. Give me 30% for 5.
Okay. So my question again is, okay, if you are married to a man and
A regular degular?
regular degular, because bitch, we ain't fucking with no man. You fucking with a millionaire? No. Are you fucking with a millionaire?
I hope so.
He ain't a millionaire right now.
Not that I know of.
We fucking with regular smuggler ass niggas right now. So if I'm married to my husband who has sustained a certain type of living, for the past 20 years, I feel like it's my responsibility to educate myself. It's my responsibility to gain knowledge. It's my responsibility to gain a trade. It's my responsibility to be able to, not even after the marriage, during the marriage. Because the marriage isn't always over. The situation doesn't always change because he divorces you. Sometimes the situation changed because, what's the guy name? What's his name? Give me his name. Who had the car accident? He was the
Tracy
actor.
Morgan?
Yes. So his situation changed. So in the middle of his career, he has an accident that is life-changing. Now his wife is his caretaker. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So he's handicapped, for lack of better words, and he needs somebody who can support him and be basically his nurse. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and when marriage, you say till death do us part. You know what I mean? So just because it got harder and you say, you know what, I can't take this. You're mean. You're an asshole. I'm leaving you. Is he responsible for taking care of her? He's a millionaire.
How many years she put in?
I don't know. 20? 10? 5?
Yeah. I mean,
why is he responsible for taking care of her and she decides to leave the
because we
marriage?
are one. We are one. And I have decided to leave you. I can no longer handle this because you're abusive and I'm leaving, but I still deserve
Well, we did not say that.
Give me
he
my
was
motherfucking
abusive.
cut.
Girl, you ain't earned shit.
I did. I put in 12. A hard 12.
But what about if he didn't, like, in the beginning, you ain't did shit. You had a maid. You had what else is it? A cook. You had a nanny. Your kids
I was
in private
sucking
school.
his dick properly every fucking
Girl,
night.
bye.
Properly.
You suck broke niggas.
Properly. Are you talking about me personally?
No,
'Cause I don't do
I'm
that.
saying,
I
Let's
don't
be
do
real.
that.
We all suck dick.
Not for no broke. Not for no broke. Let me tell you right goddamn now. So
No.
listen.
So we all suck dick
I'm
to
saying-
the nigga we love.
No, I'm saying we talking about marriage. We talking about marriage, and she was there for him. Support. I don't know their life, but I'm just saying, like, if she was a good wife to him, a lot of men that are wealthy, they don't want their women working
Because they need them to be the primary caregiver. So the definition,
even with a nanny.
Okay, but guess what? A lot of men that ain't got a lot of money, they still want you to be the primary caregiver. They still want you to be the woman
Why you work?
that works and contributed to the household.
Yeah.
And you got to you're the primary.
It's a whole
person.
nother story though, right here.
Yeah. So
This
it's
going
like,
to a whole nother level.
let's take them. That's why I said let's take the monetary amount out of it, and let's just talk about the subject without a monetary.
That's hard to do
Amount.
though without thinking about the monetary amount.
Why do you give compassion to a nigga who say, well, I only can make $50,000 a year, But you don't give any compassion to a nigga who went out there and grinded and worked hard and earned $1 million a year.
It's not that there's no compassion given. It's at that level of success, and if you've whatever the requirements or whatever went into why this woman didn't have her own source of income, or marriage is work. And if I put 20 years in, let's look at it like a job. The analogy of looking at it like a pension, you get the number of years of service that you put into your job is what, basically comes up with your pension. So the level of service and the number of years that I was in this marriage, I feel like, I should be compensated. I don't care what level.
If you put in 20, how long do you think you should?
I don't have that amount.
Yeah.
I really don't have that amount. I don't know.
Even though, what about the time? How many years once the marriage is dissolved should you be compensated? For your hard work.
I really, really don't know. And I don't think it's about walking away from every marriage with something to put in the bank or whatever. But in her case, because that's who is the subject matter, married to a millionaire. Yeah, and I've been with you for 20 years, regardless of whatever the circumstances were. It doesn't have to be $2 million a month because that's excessive. But I think to keep the quality of life, the house, whatever the shit he left her, pay for that shit. But no, you don't pay for the $10,000. She needs to amortize her whole situation, because that is for what she's talking about. That shit sounds excessive. Now, if it was $10,000 because of the utilities and the yard work and shit that really makes sense to keep the house looking like it's supposed to look. HOAs, I can understand all that shit, but $10,000 for laundry, $100,000 for clothes, bitch, that's not my responsibility.
But what if their expense was like
Who gives a fuck?
What if their expense was like $20,000 when they were married?
Girl, I don't know.
What expense was?
Like laundry.
Laundry was 20.
Like, what if she's asking for $10,000 now? But what if it was $20,000 when they were married?
I don't know what kind of clothes they're washing. They washing all the linen in the whole house. Take all the fucking drapes down and just wash
Listen, bitch, I don't want to wash none of that shit. Listen.
For $10,000, you can build a laundromat in your fucking house.
Listen, for $10,000
on staff.
Oh, that shit dusty. Fucking with me.
Someone was saying with the someone was saying with $135,000 per month for new clothes. What did you do with the old clothes? Aren't you getting them clean?
Hold on. Somebody said when they got together, he wasn't worth $100 million. Right?
I would like to know what's in that prenup, because there is a prenup.
So, okay, that's true. But like, just talking like based off of this, if when I got with you, nigga, we was both grinding. We was both in trying to figure out how we gonna make it, but you made it. Like, and you. When we got together, you were worth absolutely nothing.
In 1996, I don't know if he's worth nothing. I think he was already Dr. Dre at that point. But
he was Dr. Dre, but he was definitely not.
He wasn't an 800 million
billionaire,
but
because he went through the whole stage of not having any fucking money, and when he left NWA and not having any money because their little lawyer took it all. You know what I'm saying? So to having to build it back up. So let's just say
she was with him for the build up though too.
So let's just say when she met him, he was worth $1 million. In over 20 years, he's worth $900 million. Now, do I feel like she is a contributing factor to that? Yes, I do. So she should be compensated. But does she get compensated an excessive amount? Because she has built a lifestyle that causes $10,000 a month. With him, it was $20,000. Without him, it's $10,000. Just give me $10,000 a month for laundry, nigga. With you, it was $20,000.
You at least could do that.
Let's try to think bigger. Do you think that that's something you would put in your paperwork?
What, my prenup?
Yeah, no, your paperwork for your divorce.
The laundry for no, because I'm not that petty. I don't need that. To be quite, even if I did marry a man tomorrow that's worth $800 million and we divorce within 12 years or something, I don't need that. Yeah. I'm a country girl. I'm a Texas girl. Like, hold on. We don't.
Somebody said on my live, my friend Antonia, my dog, one of my battle buddies, she said that she was actually married before she got with him.
Okay.
She ain't getting no alimony from that broke nigga. So what? She gotta get alimony from the rich nigga.
Cause he rich.
Cause times have changed, and now I'm married to a multi-millionaire.
Fuck you.
Percentage. You agreed to the percentage? Okay, give me
I
percentage.
agree to the percentage.
Yeah.
I definitely agree to the percentage.
How much time are you giving her to get that percentage?
I don't know. Honestly, that is a question
They married for 20. She getting 35%.
I really, to be very honest with you, and it takes a lot of my soul to be able to be like, bitch, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I always have a comeback. But I really don't know because I feel like I can't, it's even with children. Like, my son is 19 years old, but I don't get any child support or anything for him. I ain't never got none. God damn it, baby daddy, send me some child support. But
if you don't cut the shit.
But, like, I've never gotten any child support for my son, but I'm still taking care of that 19-year-old young man. He still lives in my household. I still give him gas money. He's about to get his own apartment and stuff and start to get his own responsibility. But guess what mama gonna do? Make sure he got furniture. Make sure he takes the bed that mama bought. And if he, at 21, when he calls me and says, Mama, I ain't got no money. I need to pay my car note.
I'm
going to give it to him.
Would you do the same to a husband?
I'll say this. The reason I don't agree with that from a husband, because I'm a grown-ass woman and I'm able-bodied.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an able-bodied, grown-ass woman.
So is your son. Wait a minute.
And he can call, and just like my son called me, I'm going to call my daddy. I'm going to call my mama. You know what I mean?
No, a grown man is not calling his daddy his mama.
I just don't feel like my husband that now is my ex-husband I've decided to leave or we've decided to divorce on whatever grounds should be responsible for giving me the same type of lifestyle that I had when I was married.
Similar? Could you give me a similar lifestyle?
No, I'll give you 25% of your lifestyle.
Just a 25%. Yeah.
I'll give you 25%.
Oh my God.
I feel like that's fair.
Would you, if you were to remarry, would you sign a prenup?
Yes.
Yes. Would you sign a prenup you did it. You just remarried and...
No prenup is necessary unless you motherfuckers are rich.
But you have a business. Let me not say rich because you do have a business.
Actually asked me to sign a prenup, and I was like, Nick, you got like 20,000. You know how when you have that money, you come back from Iraq, it was more than 20,000. It was probably like 60 or 80,000. It wasn't a lot of money to sign a prenup, and I was like, you remember this, right?
Yeah, I remember.
What the fuck am I signing? What? I don't.
It's still my 80,000 and I fucking want to keep that.
No, it's not my 80,000. I went overseas and bitch, I almost fucking died. It's
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's his.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't
It's mine.
Up over no damn 80,000.
Why not?
Bitch, he spent. I didn't sign. I was like, are you serious? You're gonna spend that shit in 3 months, which he spent in 2. Like what?
So the prenup would have been null and void, basically.
Girl. I didn't understand.
What I'm saying is like you are a businesswoman and you have to protect your assets or whatever. It's kind of like I'm thinking about the whole Candy and Todd thing.
Yeah. Now if you have mega money, yes. If I had a crisp 100,000, no.
What is the limit for you? What if you had 500,000? Would you sign? Would you ask your husband? That just don't seem like
a lot of money to have to sign a prenup over.
Yeah.
To me. I mean,
I don't think you sign a prenup over what your actual net worth is at that time.
Right. It's about what you could actually obtain. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So basically a prenup will kind of say like, bitch, you come into what you came in with and I come into what I came in with unless I cheat. If I cheat, then I'm going to give you 15% of whatever my income
stipulations
is.
for different
If I fucking do this, then I'm gonna give you 35% of whatever. That's pretty much what a prenup is. It has nothing to do.
Well, that's why you both sit down with your lawyers and y'all discuss that stuff.
Like,
details.
Because bitch,
I don't know. Because I'm not such a petty person. I'm not finna try to take him to the cleaners. If we were to divorce, I'm not marrying to get divorced. So. I would hope that my husband would know my heart and I know his heart to where we wouldn't want to do something like that.
No, that you definitely want to protect your assets though. If you have some major money,
if I don't trust you and I don't feel like I know your heart, I'm not gonna marry you.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Like, I feel like we should be able to talk and say, hey, if this doesn't work, baby, if you give me 10 years of your life and this doesn't, and we decide to go our separate ways, I'm gonna give you 25% of whatever I make
still a
for
prenup,
for 5 years.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
y'all
a
work out
prenup.
y'all.
I am willing to negotiate like whatever he feels like is sustainable to him and what's fair to him, because I love him enough to do that at that time. But I'm not gonna go into that motherfucker like, okay, listen, nigga, I'm blind and you blind. And
Is she a gold digger?
I don't think.
I don't
so.
think gold digger has anything to do with setting yourself up.
No, I
Because
mean this his wife, Miss. I think it's Vanessa. I think her name is.
I
Is she a gold digger?
think what Vanessa did is because first of all, let me because let's look at her stats. She's an attorney.
Dr. Dre's wife?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
she's an attorney. Like it's not like
That may be why she's, she know the ropes.
yeah, she's an attorney. But see, California is one of the states where they get more of the privilege.
Yeah,
the wife and the children and all of that, they get more of the privilege. So she's an attorney. She was married before, and I want to say, and one of my followers said that too, my homegirl Antonia. She said that her ex-husband before Dr. Dre was a professional athlete.
Okay.
So the bitch always been fucking money.
She might be an opportunist.
You know what I'm saying? No, the bitch is just smart.
Got standards.
Smart and opportunist.
Opportunists are smart.
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
Shit. No, opportunists take advantage of the situation.
They smart. They see a situation, they go for it.
Smart people say,
Fuck that.
smart women
She's
say,
opportunist.
I'm not fucking with no man who can't give me this.
She has standards.
Opportunists say, I'm only fucking with a man that can give me this. You get what I'm saying?
Wait, no, I don't.
Opportunists will fuck with anybody who can get them to the next status level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But a smart woman is like, I'm not fucking with a man who can't give me this. An opportunist is fucking with any man who can give
Any
her that.
person.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
that can
saying?
get you to
Yeah,
the
it
next
can be a
level.
woman and the bitch ain't gay.
Yeah.
But that bitch can get me to the next level.
can get me-
So she's
yeah.
going to take the opportunity and go for it. A smart woman is like, okay, you know what? I don't take every opportunity.
Yeah.
But I am smart. I ain't fucking with the nigga that's going to be in jail in 2 years.
So are opportunists not smart?
No, opportunists are smart,
Okay.
but they're opportunists.
Yeah.
Can't take the
There's a
word.
difference between being smart and being opportunist.
Yeah.
But
So-
opportunists are smart, in my opinion.
I think opportunists are opportunists.
And they're smart.
You can't put them in smart category.
I definitely can. Because you're not dumb.
No, we
You're
can't
not
say
dumb.
we can't say you're dumb. We can't say you're
Yeah.
smart. You can say you're smart or
I
you're
can
dumb.
say they're smart.
Okay, but they're opportunists. A
They are
so
smart
let's call them
opportunists.
A smart opportunist.
I can't stand your ass.
Because you try to
In
sugarcoat
closing.
and make everything cute.
No. I said, are opportunists smart? That's all I said.
Are you an opportunist?
I haven't been, but could I be? Possibly. But I'm saying, is the opportunist smart? Yes, they are. I don't think they're dumb.
There's some dumb opportunists. You can be dumb and an opportunist.
You can make dumb decisions, but overall, I think your goal is set, and you're going to figure out how to do it, and that takes some type of intelligence
Like,
to figure
you
out how
can
you're going to
say,
go
you
about
know
to get
what?
what you want.
I'm only fucking with a man that can do this for me. That's an opportunist.
Of course.
I ain't got to be smart.
No, you got to figure out how to get that man.
But that doesn't
And
make you smart.
that'll
That
make you
only
dumb.
makes you smart in that subject.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so we'll say you're smart in the subject of being an opportunist.
That's all I said originally.
No, you got
I said, is the opportunity smart or are they dumb? They're smart. They have to figure out how to get. They have this opportunity. They see it and they go for it. They have to figure out a strategy to get
I
to
think
it.
that smart is a subjective word, and I think that it's
So what do you think
broad.
the opportunist is? They're dumb.
I think that opportunists are opportunists. You can't label them smart or dumb. I think
Why
that
not?
because just because you know how to get over on a motherfucker does not make you smart. That just makes you know how to get over on a motherfucker. Doesn't make you intelligent. Smart
I
means
didn't
you're
say intelligent.
intelligent.
That's smart and intelligent are actually two different things.
Okay.
But
Well, then that's maybe I don't know the definition.
okay.
I don't know the definition. The
Well, it's
difference
really a
between.
synonym, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But an opportunist, based on the dictionary, we'll go with Webster's, a person who exploits circumstances to gain immediate advantage rather than being guided by consistent principles or plans.
So that doesn't make you smart. That makes you.
You don't have any scruples about how you do it, but it doesn't. We know smart opportunists.
That's what I'm saying.
We know.
You're not a
personally.
dumb opportunist because how you gonna
There
figure out how
are
to
It
get
doesn't
the
necessarily
opportunity?
mean you're- I mean, it's smart dumb people, but
That's true.
you know.
Good word. Good word.
But it's I get what you're saying. Like for you to be able to basically
Your strategy.
Okay, I get it. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. You have to have some level of intelligence in order to outsmart your opponents. Is that right? Outsmart their opponents.
They're John.
They know how to pick a trick and go get the money.
But that has nothing to do with being smart. That just means you're a subject matter expert in your expertise.
And this is what you were saying, right? An opportunist is smart at being
what they do.
Opportunist. Okay, so I agree with that. I just think it's broad saying, oh, opportunists are smart.
Yeah.
No. But opportunists are intelligent in their field.
In their fields.
Okay, so we talked about
we went all the way in with Dr. Dre and Miss Vanessa.
But it ain't even about Dr. Dre and Vanessa. I think that's a very broad subject. I think that it can even go deeper than what we went through. I think that we sometimes as women focus on, oh, this man make this amount of money, so he should be able to do this. But I'm going to tell you, like I said before, with every new level comes a new devil. So the more money you make, the more expenses you create. So just because I make $1 million a year, my expenses could equal $600,000 a year. Just as if I make $100,000 a year, my expenses could equal $60,000 a year. So with both of those examples, it's over 40% of my income. So if we take the monetary, so if we take the monetary amount out and just base it on a percentage of what that person makes, I think it's fair across the board. You know what I mean? So I think that sometimes we as people and as women, we say, oh, $2 million a month is excessive. But honestly and truly, if $2 million a month ain't nothing but 2% of what they were spending when they were together, it ain't excessive. You know what I'm saying? But if $2 million a month is 40% of what they were spending when they were together, that is excessive. So again, that's based on the individual and what they're going through in their situation. So it's not up to me, you as an individual to decide what's fair and what's not. The only thing we can do
I wonder
is
what that
offer
judge
our
is going to
opinion.
grant her. I can't wait to see the outcome, actually.
Not with that itemized list.
Like,
she should have put different shit on there. I would have respected.
why did she itemize it? I don't understand. Do you have to itemize it?
Probably do.
Because I've never seen anyone itemize it before.
More than what you probably initially agreed on. She should have put shit that made sense. Like I just tend to.
What makes sense at $2 million a month and you're 45 years old?
Utilities, the mortgage, the car payments.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, is that at that point, it's not about sustaining your lifestyle.
Bitch, if you left it to me, you gonna sustain it.
Then it's up to you to sustain it. You can say, I can sell that $20 million house.
I disagree. Because if it's my forever home that you and I raise our children in,
so you're going off sentimental value. Let's talk about numbers. So if you say, I'm going to give you a house that cost $20 million in 2004. So in 2000
you going too deep with
No, but that's the thing. You're not thinking deep enough.
Oh,
You're not thinking deep. You saying I'm going too deep, and I'm looking at you like you ain't thinking deep enough. Because let me tell you something. As a friend and as a woman, I'm successful. You're successful. And we plan on being even more successful than what we are.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Into existence.
So let me tell you something. I want to be protected in the same right. I want to be protected. I want to be able to say, nigga, I made $20 million and you didn't do shit to earn this $20 million. I don't owe
That's why you have
anything.
your prenup then.
Yeah, and so my prenup is for protection.
Yeah.
So if my prenup says I'll provide you a house, I'll provide you a car, because I digress because I'm going hard. But let me tell you something. I know bitches, and I'm not trying to be funny. I know women who fuck with multi-million-dollar niggas and have children by multi-million-dollar niggas.
Yeah.
And they are getting a monthly amount. They're getting the house, and he pays for school. He pays for the child's education. He pays for all of this, and they're not taking advantage of that situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not faulting them. I'm just saying, like, bitch, that shit gonna run out when that nigga get 18. What are you gonna do?
That's facts.
You gotta prepare yourself. So it's the same way. If I gotta prepare myself that if me and this nigga break up when my child is 18, I should be preparing myself if me and this nigga break up after 20 years.
I guess you don't even know though, because at 18, you know, there's a set time. Like child support ends at when that child turns. I think 22 if they go to college sometimes. But as a wife, you don't even know.
You don't know.
There's no.
But that's why I would be preparing myself. And not to say I'm preparing myself
especially
for
married
divorce.
to a multimillionaire that's famous and a
you
rapper.
Again,
like,
every
that's
new
a whole
level
different
brings
lifestyle.
new devils. So that nigga is dealing with groupies.
Plus, you said she's a lawyer. I'm pretty sure she stacks some money. I'm just saying. She not dumb.
You know, I hope she's not.
I hope she not.
I know some dumb lawyers.
I get it. Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to judge and I'm not trying to say anything I don't feel like whether you decide to if you sign a prenup, if you don't, whatever, get whatever you feel like you fucking deserve.
So in closing, what do you guys feel like is the set amount percentage wise, and what do you guys think as far as like years? How long should she receive this certain percentage? Y'all let us know in the comments and email us at prettyuglystruggle.com. DM us at the Pretty Ugly Struggle on Instagram and on Facebook. And we want to thank our guest, Miss Timber. I'm sorry, I can't say your last name, but
Alan Moody.
Alan Moody.
So what do y'all say in closing? What is your amount? What is your percentage?
35%. Well, 50% there in California. 50% for 5 years. They've been married for 20 years. I say 5 years.
So you got to be married for 20 years. You get 5%.
50%.
I mean 50%
For
for
5
5
years.
years.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. What do you think?
I'm not equipped with enough information to even have to be realistic. Like I haven't even I didn't even know we was gonna get this deep with like percentages and shit. So I really don't know what's a fair amount. I would have to see what the average is of what people have in spousal support. As we Black, we don't really get spousal support, but y'all ain't get shit.
I mean, in California, you getting 50%.
That's what the
I'm
standard
getting
is.
That's a lot.
That's
50%
a whole
is
fucking lot.
excessive. That's I mean, for a regular person, just looking at a regular person's income, you can't even live off of 50% of your income. You know what I mean? So
That nigga go to work every day and give you 50%.
and then you go to work and you get to keep all your money.
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't seem
fucked up.
fair. So I don't.
You put in
I don't
20.
Know what
You put in a hard 20.
But I don't deserve 50% of your income.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably say 30, 25. Shit, that's tough. We give God 10%.
So after 50, he give God 10. He's only left with
Oh, she did
40.
put charitable donations in there too. 125 per month of his money
Yeah.
is what she donates.
Ooh, that nigga's only left with 40% of his income, and he's going to work every day. And
Joe Bezos, was it Joe Bezos? Whatever his first name is, but he gave his wife half, and she got billions and billions.
It was like over a time period.
They were married for some years too.
No, I'm saying like the alimony was over a time period.
I don't know. They divorced and she got like $300 billion.
See, I feel like a one-time settlement is cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna give you.
So why not? I mean, she itemized it, but overall, if she's getting $24 million for 3 years,
Okay, I'll give you that one-time settlement, and you do what you do for that amount of time.
perfect.
You know, I don't have one. I don't have a time frame. I don't have any of that shit. All I say is, listen, women. These ain't shit guaranteed in life.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas
That's
ain't
another fucking
guaranteed.
fact.
These goddamn kids ain't even guaranteed. They grow up and start resenting your ass for some shit you thought you was doing right. You know what I'm saying? So what I say is get yourself ready. Always be prepared. That's what I say. Be prepared. What's that? Aladdin?
No. Oh, is it Aladdin or Lion King? I don't know which one is it.
I don't
thought it was
fucking know.
King.
One of them Disney shows is be prepared. Be fucking prepared
Scar was saying
for
it.
the worst. I think it is Scar.
I think in the new one.
Yeah.
The old one too.
Oh, one too. I think that's the song. But like I said, be prepared, bitch, for the worst. That's what I always look at.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck how great my nigga is. I'm prepared for the worst. You know what I'm saying? So that
Damn,
means.
bitch, you done spoke to my spirit. Let me
So
start
that
stacking
means like start doing things that will make you thrive outside of the person you're with. It is okay to be a wife. It is okay to be a mother. It is okay to be whatever it is you want to be. But also be prepared for when those titles are no longer yours.
Amen.
That is my ending quote of the day.
I'm your girl, B Hall.
And I'm your girl, Conni Love.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Thank you.